Yo, what's good? This is Givens back at it with another video. Today, I'm about to be showing y'all, instead of like a production tutorial or a mixing tutorial, I'm about to be showing y'all how I mastered my track Frozen Water Blue on my latest album Rebirth, which is essentially some Crystal Castle Snow Strippers type shit. So, yeah, this is a mastering tutorial, bruh, because mastering is low-key essential to get your music to sound good. So, let's just play it with and without the master. So, without the master. Alright, so I need a new computer, so actually, yeah, like, please stream my music, by the way. So, we're about to play it with the master, but the reason I said I need a new computer is this shit's gonna be laggy. But, it's worth it, so peep the master version. I'm not gonna torture y'all too much longer with that like laggy shit, but this is kind of just to let y'all know that like if your computer isn't all that especially this preset, which I'm gonna link for free in the description too, by the way, so fucking run this shit up, is gonna lag your computer, especially if you're using Waves plugins. But it's worth it, unless you got a good ass computer. But it's worth it, because I'll show y'all at the end of the video, I'll show y'all the exported file so y'all can actually get an idea of what this sounds like, because this really do sound like some like Snow Strippers type shit. So with that being said, let's mute everything. So I'm gonna just go ahead and tell y'all three of the best, or some of the best plugin packs for mastering. So first off, stock plugins are great. I mastered entire songs with stock plugins. I might do a video on that in the future. Waves plugins are great, but they have some issues that I've noticed personally that I'm not exactly going to get into in this video, but they have some issues. Fab filter's always been great. I'm not going to lie, it's just very versatile. It's been great. And an isotope, specifically for mastering, isotope's really fucking good, but it's a little bit like, it feels cheap almost because you're not doing a lot of shit yourself. So that's what I recommend, and that's mostly what I used in this mastering preset. Alright, so with that being said, let's get straight into the mastering preset. So first, we're starting off with the isotope. I put Ozone 11 dynamic EQ, where I essentially just boosted the lows, boosted the highs, and then cut out this area and boosted the mids a little bit, and boosted the stereo. I didn't actually do this, I just used the stereo control preset, because I'm actually not that good at mastering, guys. Y'all was clowning me on TikTok saying, like, bro, we're learning with him. But honestly, bro, you really are. Because I'm just like a bedroom producer, for real. This is what it sounds like with the EQ. And then without the EQ, it's a pretty minor difference, but it's there. And then, I added another EQ, because in my mix change, I usually have 2 EQs, right? Here, I could remove some of these. I could remove this parametric EQ because this isn't even a part of the preset. And Edison. Like, what? And Love Filter. Some of this shit ain't even a part of the preset. So I put the Waves Pultec EQ, and I just use the Air Master preset. A Pultec EQ is essentially more of like an analog. They're mimicking an analog EQ, so it has like knobs like this or whatever that you can tweak. This is it with the Pultec EQ by itself, nothing else. It makes this shit more crispy, you feel me? No, let's add the dynamic EQ. Okay, what I will say is the isotope plugins do lag your computer, so I'm going to keep this specifically muted for the time being. But what else you need is you need a compressor, and essentially I just use the Waves SSL compressor, but you can also use the stock FL compressor. That works great too. They have a couple mastering presets. I use the dedicated mastering preset, so this is what it sounds like with the compressor. You usually want it at about 4 or 8 with this. I have it a little bit over, but it's okay because I want this to sound distorted. Is it without the compressor? You feel me? The compressor essentially kind of squashes it. And then what you're going to do later on in the mix chain, at least with how I master, is bring it right back up. Because as you can see, it's kind of quieter and more squash sounding with the compressor. With the compressor. And then without the compressor, you feel me? I'm going to keep that dynamic EQ muted for now because it's lagging everything. And then I added an imager, which an imager, it essentially kind of, it spaces everything out. It just adds, you don't need this, but I used isotope again. I used the spaces high-end preset. And essentially what it does is it makes it like, it just makes it sound more stereo in your ears, which is perfect for this type of music because it's really like, especially with snow strippers, a lot of it's kind of atmospheric in a way, so. With and without it, it's a very subtle change. And then to add to that also, I put a reverb too. I put a very slight amount of reverb. I think I left this shit on default, but I put it at 5%. So this is it without it. And then with the reverb. Essentially what I did is I kind of had both the reverbs just to add a little bit of character to it. You feel me? Like, spice things up a little bit, make it a little more atmospheric. This mastering ain't a super clean master. It's kind of distorted because you're about to see. Because I kind of got two saturators or things that distort it. Then I put Saturn, which is where the fab filter comes in. I use the saturate and color preset. Which this is kind of what I use for most of my masters. I use that or I use the magic preset because the magic sounds pretty good. Here's it with the saturation because saturation's part of what brings it up after you compress it. Without saturation. With saturation. You feel me? It kind of just, it distorts it a little bit, adds a little bit of crisp. You feel me? So that's kind of why I fuck with it. Alrighty. And then now, I guess the final part of the preset is just Maximus. Stock FL. I'm telling you, Stock FL is goated. Literally, all I did is I used the Master Aid preset. Because it brings it up so loud and kind of like clips it and squashes it. So this is it with the Master Aid. Life's always so real. I'm feeling right now. This is it without it. It makes a huge difference. Here's the whole preset. Alright, now I'm just going to play the unmastered song, and then I'm going to show y'all the mastered song so y'all can compare them, essentially. But if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be posting more tutorials for my music. Stream Rebirth, it's still out. I just dropped a song with my homie Ghost as well on some rap shit. So listen to that shit too. I'll be linking all this shit in the description. I will be linking this master preset for free in the description. So tap in, like, comment, subscribe. Fuck with my music. Fuck with my BeatStars too. I might start posting more beats there. I don't know. So here's that unmastered track right here. I'm not going to play the full track, but I'll play part of it. So again, thank you so much. I love you guys and have a good one.